Did you know that over 40% of drivers using high mileage oil are actually damaging their engines without even realizing it? That's right. The bottle that claims to extend your car's life could be quietly killing it. Mechanics know this. Oil companies know this, but they'll never tell you. Why? Because high mileage oil is one of the most profitable myths in the automotive industry. And if you're not careful, using it too early or on the wrong car can cost you thousands in repairs. Today, we're exposing the hidden truths about high mileage oil that most drivers will never hear from their mechanic. Stay until the end, because the bonus tip I'll share could save you from a $3,500 engine rebuild. Section 1. What high mileage oil actually is and isn't. When you walk into an auto parts store, you'll see high mileage oil plastered in bold letters. The label makes you think it's a magic potion for cars over 75,000 miles. But here's the truth. High mileage oil is just regular synthetic or semi-synthetic oil with extra additives. Seal conditioners to swell aging gaskets. Detergents to clean sludge. Friction modifiers to smooth out wear. Sounds good, right? But here's the catch. Those same additives that help a 200,000-mile engine can actually damage a 60,000-mile engine. Seal conditioners swell seals even if they're perfectly fine. On newer engines, this accelerates wear, softens gaskets, and may cause leaks you never had before. This is why veteran mechanics warn, don't switch too early. High mileage oil is designed as a crutch, not a cure-all. Section 2. The psychological trap of marketing. Why do so many people buy it? Because the word high mileage taps into fear. Car makers know drivers are terrified of big repair bills. If a bottle says, protects engines over 75,000 miles, many people think, that's me. My car has 80,000 miles. I need this or I'll lose my engine. But the number 75,000 miles is marketing, not engineering. According to SAE, Society of Automotive Engineers research, most modern engines don't even show measurable seal wear until 120,000 or 150,000 miles. That means you might be pouring in additives your car doesn't need, burning money and risking side effects. Question for viewers. Have you ever switched to high mileage oil and did you notice any difference? Comment below. I want to know your experience. Section 3. When high mileage oil helps. The real truth. Now let's be fair. High mileage oil isn't useless. On the right car, it can absolutely help. Examples. A 15-year-old Toyota Camry with 180,000 miles that's starting to leak a little oil. A 200,000-mile Honda Civic with hardened valve seals. A car that burns a quart every 1,000 miles because of worn piston rings. In these cases, high mileage oil can slow consumption, reduce leaks, and extend the life of the engine. According to Mobil 1's technical documents, the seal conditioners in high mileage oils can reduce oil leaks by up to 17% in worn gaskets. That's not magic, it's chemistry. But here's the mechanic's warning. It's a temporary fix. High mileage oil won't repair cracked seals or restore compression. It buys time, but it doesn't erase wear. Section 4. The biggest mistake drivers make. Here's the part that mechanics hide because it makes them money. The number one mistake drivers make with high mileage oil is mixing it with generic oil changes. You see, many quick lube shops grab whatever's cheapest. They'll pour regular synthetic in one visit, high mileage the next, and back to conventional the third. That inconsistency confuses your seals. They swell and shrink repeatedly, which accelerates leaks. Longtime mechanics recommend, once you switch to high mileage oil, stick with it. Don't go back and forth. Comment hook. Did you ever notice oil leaks appear right after an oil change? It might not be a coincidence. Tell me your story below. Section 5. the hidden costs. Mechanics won't tell you. Here's a dirty little secret from the repair industry. Shops actually love when you switch to high-mileage oil too early. Why? Because the conditioners swell seals temporarily. They may stop a leak for 6 months, but when the swelling wears off, the seals become brittle and crack worse than before. That means you're coming back for a $1,000 rear main seal job or a $2,500 head gasket replacement. Mechanics know this cycle, but they won't warn you because it keeps their bays full. This is why the American Automobile Association, AAA, warns high-mileage oils should only be used as a supplement to regular maintenance, not as a substitute for it. Section 6. The science of oil burn and high-mileage formulas. Here's something even gearheads miss. High-mileage oils are often thicker, say a 10W40 instead of a 5W30. Why? Because thicker oil doesn't slip past worn piston rings as easily. That slows down oil burn in older engines. But if you use this thicker oil in a modern engine with tight tolerances, like a turbocharged EcoBoost or a Mazda Sky Active, you risk starving critical parts of lubrication at cold start. That's how you get bearing wear, VVT issues, or even turbo failure. So, the very thing that saves an old engine can kill a modern one. Section 7. When should you really switch? Here's the million-dollar question. At what mileage should you actually switch to high-mileage oil? Ignore the marketing. Don't fall for the 75,000-mile myth. That number was created by oil companies, not engineers. According to research from the Society of Automotive Engineers, SAE, and insights from Toyota and Honda maintenance bulletins, the real switch point depends on 2 things: condition of your seals and gaskets. If you see oil spots under the car, or your oil consumption is noticeably higher, it's time. Driving conditions. Cars that live in hot, dusty areas or do a lot of stop and go will age seals faster. The real-world range, somewhere between 120,000 and 150,000 miles. That's when high-mileage oil makes sense, not before. And here's a mechanic's tip. If your car is running perfectly fine at 150,000 miles with no leaks, don't switch just because of the odometer. Stick with the oil type your manufacturer recommends until you actually see symptoms. Section 8. The truth about synthetic blend. High-mileage oils. Ever notice that many bottles say high-mileage synthetic blend? Here's the catch. Synthetic blend is the biggest loophole in the oil industry. A blend only needs 10 to 20% synthetic base oil. The rest can be cheap conventional oil. But because the word synthetic is on the label, they can charge you almost as much as full synthetic. Mechanics see this all the time. Customers think they're getting the best protection, but in reality, their synthetic blend high-mileage oil is only marginally better than conventional. Rule of thumb, if you're serious about engine longevity, skip the blends. Go full synthetic. High mileage or not, full synthetic gives you better stability, higher resistance to heat, and longer-lasting protection. Section 9. How mechanics upsell high-mileage oil. Here's a confession straight from the shop floor. At many dealerships and quick lube chains, mechanics are incentivized to upsell high-mileage oil. It's a profit center. They'll say, your car is at 80,000 miles. You need high-mileage oil. Or, your manufacturer recommends this premium oil for better protection. But here's the truth. Most manufacturers don't even mention high-mileage oil in their official service manuals. Check yours. You'll see recommended viscosities and API certifications, but not high mileage. So why do they push it? Because a high-mileage oil change costs $20 or $40 more, and when multiplied across thousands of customers, that's pure profit. Ask yourself, are they protecting your engine? or protecting their bottom line? Section 10, the additive myth. Another big misconception: people think high-mileage oil has extra powerful additives that extend life. Here's the truth. Many of those additives are already in premium full synthetics like Mobil 1 Extended Performance or Castrol Edge Advanced. Independent lab tests, like those by Project Farm and Blackstone Labs, have shown that the difference between a high-mileage oil and a premium synthetic is often minimal. In fact, some full synthetics outperform high-mileage oils in viscosity retention and wear protection, so don't get blinded by labels. Sometimes, simply choosing a top-tier full synthetic does more for your engine than a high-mileage sticker ever will. Section 11, the hidden risk in modern engines. Here's where things get really dangerous. Modern engines, especially direct-injected and turbocharged ones, are built with tight tolerances. The engineers designed them for oils like 0W20 or 5W30. But many high-mileage oils come in thicker grades, like 10W40. That's fine for a 2004 Camry, but put that in a 2018 Honda Civic Turbo, and you risk starving the turbo bearings of oil during cold starts. This is why Hyundai, Ford, and GM explicitly warn: use only the viscosity listed in the manual. If you go thicker, you're inviting failure. Comment hook: do you stick with the manufacturer's oil spec, or do you experiment with thicker oils as your car ages? I want to know. Drop your thoughts below. Section 12, bonus tip: mechanics hate the free reset. Now, here's the tip mechanics never tell you. It's the oil consumption reset trick. If your car is burning oil but not leaking, sometimes it's not worn seals. It's just carbon buildup on the piston rings. Before you dump in high-mileage oil or pay for expensive repairs, try this reset. Do a full oil change with a high-detergent synthetic oil. Add a bottle of high-quality fuel system cleaner, like Chevron Techron. Drive the car at highway speeds for at least 30 minutes to heat-soak the engine and clean out deposits. Many mechanics secretly use this trick. It can reduce oil consumption by up to 30% without switching to thicker, high-mileage oil. And the best part? It's basically free if you're already due for an oil change. So here's the real truth about high-mileage oils. They're not magic. They're a band-aid for worn engines. Switching too early can do more harm than good. Mechanics and oil companies profit when you don't know the difference. The smartest move is to follow your manufacturer's specs. Use top-quality full synthetic, and only switch to high mileage when your car shows real symptoms. At the end of the day, cars don't die of old age. They die of neglect and misinformation. Don't let marketing hype or mechanic pressure drain your wallet.